Hello everybody, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Deckmaster, aka Jason Lee. I'm just deciding to finally upload something. Depression's been kicking my ass, but I'm getting around to it. If you have any suggestions for the deck I'm uploading, or any replacement cards, or you just want a friendly, no dicks allowed, compete online, maybe help me test it, you know, hey, I'm always willing. Dueling Book, Edia Pro, whatever. You know, I can always use friends to test with because it's very hard to go to a locals here due to crush card virus. So, if you like, please let me know. And of course, the deck I'm talking about, thanks to Winter Kills and his friends giving me the idea, is an Igknight Warrior Turbo Link deck. I call Warriors of Damnation. So please, rate, comment, and subscribe, and let's get on with the deck. Hello everybody. I know it's been a while since I uploaded, mostly just because I'm dealing with bipolar depression, and a lot's happened, especially with COVID, so it's been hard for me to upload and make the effort. If you got suggestions for the deck I put up, please, you know, feel free to do so. As I said in the intro, this deck is an Igknight deck. And I do owe thanks to Winter Kills for the idea from him and his friend. Kind of both gave me ideas on how to make this deck. It's a 60 card build, but it's pretty consistent for what it is. So let's start off. We run 3 Veteran. He's Vanilla Igknight. 3 Chevalier. Level 5 Igknight, 3 Templar, level 4, the only Ultra too, which is kind of weird, 3 Paladin, also level 4, better defense, 3 Crusader, the most costly one of the bunch for some fucking reason. It's $8 a piece, and this isn't even really played, so like, why? Squire, level 3, and basically put, they all are vanilla monsters, but they have the same pendulum effect that if there's 2 in the pendulum zone, you can destroy both to search out any fire warrior, not Igknight, fire warrior from deck or grave and add it to your hand. So these cards alone all combine together to basically search you any fire warrior. That's why Winter Kills was using this in his Infernoble Knight deck. I am not running Infernobles. Well, maybe 1 card technically, but I'm running an Igknight combo deck. That's why there's a bigger Igknight engine. The main card you're going to be searching out is triple Sublimation Knight. Sublimation Knight has a unique ability that when it's normal summoned, is it normal? Oh, normal or special, you can equip a Fire Warrior, or Gemini, but we don't run those. So Fire Warrior from hand or deck to it. The one you're going to equip is the Igknight. The cutest knight ever. Ain't he so cute? I wish he was hollow though. Igknight has the ability, since it is a union, it can unequip itself and special summon itself. So you equip it, special summon it. It does have the effect that when it's special summon, you can optionally make it a tuner. But if you do, you can only do 1 more extra deck summon. So never use that effect. Just summon him. For some reason he's a warrior. Sublimation Knight's a warrior. So, you know, Isolde seems like an idea. You also can search out as one of the extenders 3 Fire Flint Lady, who has the effect if you control a warrior, it can special summon itself from the hand once per turn, and also once per turn you contribute it to special summon a level 4 or lower warrior from your hand, and it can't be targeted this turn. Second effect ain't used as much, on rare occasions though. If you open one of your engine pieces in your hand, this can get it out. But otherwise, you're just using its special summon to the field effect. And those are really the only targets that you run. I do run 3 Junk Forward, which if you control no monsters, it can special summon itself. You can go for Red Layer, Super Quantum Red Layer, which does the same exact thing, except it's level 5, and it is a Fire Warrior, so it could be searched. Issue. Say you open with 2. And no other form of extenders. You special summon 1, but it's a level 5, you'd have to tribute to summon 1 out. If you special summon this out and you have another, you can just normal summon it because it's level fucking 3. Hence why I went with that. And then, for the last extender, 3 Butter Spy. When a warrior's normal summoned, you can special summon this from your hand. Simple. It can't be normal summoned or set, and it cannot be used as synchro material. You won't. Now for the engine pieces, you do run Union Carrier, so as one of the engine pieces, so of course you run the Destruction Sword Extra Deck Lock, which is fucking broken. This should be banned. If you can think of another card, any monster, that when sent from the field to the grave, or just sent to the grave period, that I could equip to one of the monsters once I show you the combo, and it does something that could help me out massively in case this gets banned, please mention in the comment section below so I can get it, and when this card gets banned, not if, when, I'll have a replacement. I run the Codebreaker engine. Too good not to. There is a downfall with him though. He does, if he points to a Link monster, that monster loses 1,000 attack, which kind of sucks, because you're normally going to have him pointing to Apollo. Or whatever, you know, Master Negator, and she really needs her attack, or he. But it's still such a good engine. Then you run a small Goki engine. This I got from Winter Kills. I went with Twist Cobra as the normal summon one, though you can run either Twist Cobra, Goki Suprex, Scorpio, or Bear Hug. Because you're most likely going to be Pendulum summoning these out. But if you open up bad, Bear Hug and Scorpio, well, Bear Hug can't be summoned without Tribute. Scorpio can be, but if you have Junk Forward, it conflicts. Or Red Layer. So I went with Twist Cobra, though Suprex is a fine option too. But I just like the artwork. I mean, look at that. He's hollow, has fucking cobras. It's cool artwork, but really, you just need a Goki that's level 3 to 6 that when sent from the field to the grave gets a search. You're going to Pendulum summon him out in most cases. And then you need to run a level 1 Goki. Either Octo Stretch or Goki Guts. I went with Guts because Guts, if in defense mode, can't be destroyed by battle. Doubt that'll come up, but it's always something compared to a hand trap that can have damage. And of course, when he's sent from the field to the grave, you're going to search Twist Cobra. And then I run the Phantom Knight engine. 1 Cloak to search out Boots, 1 Boots to search out the Spell and Traps. That's it on the combo pieces. Now we go to the hand traps. Called by the Grave being limited pretty much kills its usefulness, you know? So, I want to say this was Winter Kills, but I might have seen this somewhere else. 3, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Sarvaris, whatever, the ancient one, Ancient Ascended. It's a ritual monster, yes. You're not going to ritual summon it, though it does have a good effect if you could. No, you're going to discard it from your hand if a monster you control is targeted by an effect, and it'll negate that effect. Does it destroy it? I don't remember. Quick effect, you can discard this card, negate the activation. Nope, didn't destroy, but it negates the activation, so spells and traps will be sent to the grave, but certain spell and traps could be reused too. But this is, see, your main choke point is the first Dissolved you summon. You'll have only it on the field, and if you don't get both its effects off, it really will kill you moving forward, as most warrior decks, our choke point is Assault. This will at least stop things like Effect Veiler, Impermanence, Forbidden Chalice, Widow Anchor, etc. Then you gotta run some offensive cards. I run 2 Ghost Ogre, just in case, you know, you go against a Numeron deck or things like that. You can replace this with Ash Blossom if you want. Or Ghost Spell, or whatever. Of course, gotta run them triple Drone Lockbirds right now, because searching decks. Though, sadly, this deck is actually weak to that card, too, so keep that in mind. Which sucks. But, yeah, you know, stops them searching. And then I run triple Effect Veiler, mostly for 2 reasons. 1, this is Duelist Saga rarity. It's not ultimate, but it's fucking shiny, and I like it. Closest thing you can get to Hobby League is like Duel Saga, DUSA, I think it's Duel Saga. Yeah, DUSA. I love the rarity ultras in there. You don't get them very often, but I like it. You're going to hear my cat in the background. Effect Veiler, not a hard once per turn, and you just negate shit. You can run any hand traps you want, really. Nibiru is fine, Gamma is fine. But the problem with them is that, say you go first, yeah, if you can set up your board, you're not going to want to Nibiru your own board, and you're definitely not going to be able to Gamma unless you take some of your combo pieces and go into a Lambda. So you want to run cards that are good going first or second. That's why I went with that. On to spells, we run 2 equips. Standard Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, you know what it does. And I run 1 Infernoble Arms Durandal. Only Infernoble card I run. It's another option to send off a sold, or if you draw it, you can equip it to a monster and then let you add a level 5 or lower Fire Warrior from deck to hand and then destroy itself. So it can search out all your Igknights, Sublimation Knight, or Fireflint Lady. You could run Fossil Dig, or not Fossil Dig, but is it Fossil Dig? Yeah, the 1 equip spell that is basically Monster Reborn if you want to as well. Obviously, you're running Gokis, so you got to run the Goki Rematch. This is what you search off of Twist Cobra. Just basically gives you a free link too. You're running so many normals, so I went with 3 Painful Decisions and a Reinforcement of the Army. Painful Decision says you can send a normal monster that's level 4 or lower from your deck to the grave, and if you do, add another copy, monster with the same name, from your deck to your hand, and it's a hard once per turn. So you run, I don't know, 12 normal monsters, send 1, add 1, whatever scale you need. And then Rhoda can either search Igknight or Sublimation or Fireflint. Those are, I mean, you technically can search more, but that's pretty much what you're going to search. Thanks to Winterkill's friend that had the Goki deck. This ain't a great option, but it's a option since Called by the Grave is hit. Triple Eagle Booster. Like I said, getting that first Assault off, you'll have no other monsters but her on the field. She is important to get the fuck off. This at least makes it so you can search the Pendulum monster from deck to hand when it's summoned, and then get Guts from deck. And then, then get countered, but you'll still have options to make plays by then. And then, of course, 2 Fog Blades for the Phantom Knight aspect. Then we run our extra deck. I'm not going to do side, because it just depends on what you're facing. But, Nibiru, Gamma, if you're going second, evenly, things like that. Twin Twisters. You can pretty much figure out what to side. For extra, 1 Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. For those that don't know what he does, he's basically, while he's on the field, you have to attack him, and if he battles an extra deck monster, at any point in time, he gains that monster's attack, so Infinite Honest, he can't be targeted, and if he leaves the field, he can spin a card. I think it's spin. And the way I make him, he also can't be destroyed by card effects. So he is basically Dragoons without the burn. And if Dragoons is hard to get over, he is. Boral Sword for OTKs. Appaloosa, you can usually make with 3 to 4, which, negate. Codebreaker Engine. Let me just go ahead and put both of them here. Now, there's a reason here I run 2 Swordsmen. Okay, when Swordsman is link summoned, just takes 2 effect monsters. He can special summon 0 Day from hand, deck, or grave. So even if you pendulum summoned and used him as an extra material to make Appaloosa and he's in your grave, doesn't matter, you summon him back to an arrow a link monster points to, which will usually be Appaloosa. So that, and then you link both of them into him, which he has the effect that when he's link summoned, you can target 2 Codebreakers in your grave or hand, special summon them to zones a link monster points to, so you'll basically just bring 0 Day and that back, and then you could kind of go off into your plays. He also has the effect that once per turn he can destroy spell and traps your opponent controls equal to the number of linked Codebreakers, so you can destroy up to 3. So that's good for breaking boards. But you might be sitting there wondering, why am I running 2 swordsmen? Okay. The combo ends with an Appaloosa and a Union Carrier, which you can't use as link material the turn to summon. But on your opponent's turn, if your opponent says, okay, main phase good, alright, going to battle phase, has nothing on the field, you know Evenly's coming. So during the end of the main phase, you chain IP's effect, link it with Union Carrier to co-link this, and summon 0 Day. Now see, 0 Day and Codebreaker Berserker can summon these monsters, the Codebreaker monsters, to either side of the field that a link monster points to. So you're going to link into this and summon 0 Day to your opponent's build. In defense mode, of course. That shuts off Evenly. This is your answer to avoid Evenly. It's the only answer, because there's no link monster that fucking negates spell and traps. Except for, like, Boral Sword or something. But, I mean, I don't have a way of doing synchros, so not really helpful. Also, because you run IP, you know, spinning a card never hurts, and you can co-link this with Bardiche to get a draw, which is kind of nice. And don't forget, during the end phase of your turn, or before you end your turn, banish 2 warriors that you don't need, not 0 Day. Banish 2 warriors that you don't need to add Divine Sword, Phoenix Blade back to hand. That way if you go into this, you're not losing advantage. Of course, Bardiche, you summon him, you send Cloak to the grave to set Fogblade, banish Cloak to search Boots, special summon Boots because you control Bardiche, link it into some shenanigans, and then banish it to add the other Fogblade and set it. So you end with an Appaloosa with 3 to 4 negates and 2 Fogblades. Plus, usually Bardiche with the Union Carrier lock on him. So, yeah, it's pretty nasty. Obviously, to Isolde's, when she's link summoned, you will add a Igknight monster from deck to hand, because you can't summon it that turn or activate monster effects. You can, however, activate pendulum effects, so because those are spell effects. So, that's pretty cool. And then, of course, send an equip to special summon Goki Guts. Now, what happens if you open with Goki Guts? What do? That's when you summon Fireflint Lady. She's a level 1. Tribute her, summon Goki Guts from your deck, or from your hand. And it can't be targeted, that part don't really matter much. And luckily, both her effects are hard once per turn, so you could still later on search her out and then special summon her from hand. But that's the only time you'll ever really use that tribute effect. Nightmare Cerberus. Yeah, he's okay at popping monsters, but that's not why you run him. Again, IP, Union Carrier, opponent's turn, Lightning Storm, Kaiju Slumber, Dark Hole, Regeki, some other spell or trap that destroys cards. Oh, okay, IP, chain with Union Carrier, summon this, co-link it with Appaloosa and your Bardiche. Now, any co-link monster can't be destroyed by card effects. Do make sure when they activate Lightning Storm, I do believe you can ask, what are you destroying? Spell or traps or monsters? If they say monsters, that's when you chain this. If they say spell or traps, it does no good to chain it. It don't fucking matter. Your cards are going to be destroyed. There's not much you can do about that. And save the IP for like an Abermax play or a Unicorn play then. Union Carrier, remember he can't be used as link material turn he's summoned, but on your opponent's turn or any turn after, it's fine. You just summon him and set Destruction Sword on Bardiche. Remember, if you can think of a replacement, let me know. IP, quick effect link summoning, which is always awesome. Plus she bestows the link monster with anti-destruction effects, which only really good with Avermax, but still good. And then I end with 2 Link Spiders, because sometimes if I open up really well, I'm going to have several monsters on the field, including 2 Igknights. But the Igknights are in the zones the Link monster points to, because that's the way pendulums work. That's a problem. I need to go into Codebreaker Swordsman, which requires 2 effect monsters. They're normal. That's where this comes. Link them both off for Link Spider, then link Link Spider into Swordsman. You can also run that World Chalice Dragon, which I like the artwork on, so I'll probably eventually replace it, but honestly put, it's just an artwork preference because they both do the same fucking thing. You're never going to use their effects, you're just going to use them as link material. Now, I'll show you the combo. Okay. Let me pause and shuffle up a hand. Alright. Sorry for this video being so long. Alright, let's see the first test hand. I'll bring the deck right here. We'll go. Okay, not the best opener. Not bad. Alright, this hand is not the best going first, but you can still do things. I'll do 3 test hands and that'll be that. Okay, you're going to special summon Junk Ford, normal summon that, link into Isolde. Should Isolde get Baylor, dashed, whatever, you do have Equal Booster Protector. She's going to add a Pendulum Scale from your deck to your hand upon summon. We'll go ahead and add Templar. Templar? Nope, not Templar. Look at your Skells before adding. I have a Skell 7 in hand, so we want a Skell 2. Paladin. There we go. Play both Skells. There we go. Well, you get the idea. Let me do that. Okay, so we're playing both Skells. Sorry, don't have a game mat or anything to put out right now. I do, but it's hacked up right now, so I don't feel like getting it. Activator effect. Sending Divine Phoenix Sword to the grave to add, well, special summon, not add. Uh, 50 card deck, not the easiest, or it's hard to search through fast, you know? There we go, Goki Guts. Now in this situation, because you did not open up the best, gonna link summon it into another Isolde. Or you could go, since you can't, you're not going to be able to go full combo here. You need to open up at least 2 pendulums to go full combo. And a way to get Isolde. So, can't go IP, never mind, because it can't be with a link. Oopsie. Almost screwed up there. So, Isolde, it is. Okay. He's going to search out Twist Cobra. Again, sorry for the long videos, but I wanted to show the combos. I mean, I don't know if y'all actually watch these videos, but okay, you're going to add Twist Cobra to your hand. Going to Pendulum Summon it. Destroy both your Skells. You don't really have a choice in this situation. Like I said, not the best hand, but not the worst. You can make something usually even in your worst hand. Add Fire Flint Lady because it's a Fire Warrior. Special Summon it because you control. Link those 2 away. For IP. Because you know sometimes you gotta pee. Now, you can go straight into Avermax here, and you pretty much be pretty good. Untargetable, undestroyable, almost impossible to beat over monster. I mean, people have trouble outing Dragoons, and it's basically the same thing. The only difference is you don't get a negate. Okay. Or you do have rematch in hand, which can bring back. That's why you didn't search, because you opened with it. You can bring back the Gokis, go for another Link 2. So, honestly put, I'm not really sure what you could go for in this situation. Codebreaker Swordsman really wouldn't work. You don't have the arrows for it. So honestly, my advice would be to save that until your next turn, so you can have a follow-up, and just go into Abramax. Your opponent would at least have a hell of a time. Alright, let me reshuffle and get back with you. Alright, next hand. Crusader. Crusader. Chevalier. Veteran. Veteran. Not actually a bad hand. I know this probably is like, what the hell? This looks like a bad hand. It's actually not. It's actually a really good hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick 2 of these. Let's see. Doesn't matter. We'll go Chevalier. We'll go on the Pendulum Scale and a Veteran. Okay? Going to instantly destroy those. Put them in your extra deck. To add Sublimation Knight. Opening up pure pendulums, actually kind of the goal. You're going to normal summon him. We'll go that there's no hand traps. Though this is not the easiest thing to counter because you do equip. You don't special summon, so things like Ash don't do much. Though Impermanent Veiler will. Yeah. And I guess Ogre, too. Special summon him. Don't use this effect. Link into a Sold. Actually, you go down there. We'll say there's no effects. Hopefully there ain't, because you didn't open up the right counters for it. 60 card deck you're not going to always, so just kind of got to hope the plays go through. But even if they don't, you have pretty good comeback still. You can still go for an Abramax play, so if you need to. Okay, with her, let's search a... We'll add a Templar, since that card can't be summoned this turn, from deck to hand. Okay. We will go ahead and send Divine Sword. I swear, your hands will get a fucking workout if you have Corporal Tunnel. Which I do. God have mercy. We'll send that. And we'll go ahead and grab while we're at it. Really? I thought I saw them in here. Sorry for the long takes. It's going to be at least a 30 to 40 minute video, I could already tell. But for those that are intrigued with this concept, hey, you're getting some combo ideas. Alright, you summon it. That goes to the grave. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to have to do that since you didn't get an extender. You're going to go ahead and link these 2 off for another insult. And you do this over going into something like Draco Master, because you want to make sure your Apollosa has at least 3 negates, and doing that, you're going to have a Link 3 and an Apollosa, or into an Apollosa. You can only use it as 1 or 3, and so another Link 2 is preferable. Isold's an option. I mean, hey, if they Veilered the first effect and you go into the second Isold, you can at least still get the second effect. You're going to get the search for Twist Cobra, obviously. This is where the play gets huge. Okay, adding Twist Cobra. Okay. You're going to go ahead and set your skills. You want to make sure to set Templar in 1, since you can't summon him. And we'll go ahead and set Crusader in the other. You're going to Pendulum Summon. To her arrow. All of these. All 5 monster zones. Yes, you could be Nibiru'd right here. I'm not going to lie. It could happen. And there wouldn't be a damn thing you could do about it. First thing you're going to do, I don't know how well you could see those, but I'll do like that. First thing you're going to do is link these both off. Actually, yeah, link these off for Appaloosa. You could go ahead and link another one off if you want to. You know what, let's just go ahead and do that. That way. For negate Appaloosa. Then you're going to link this off for Link Spider. Link Spider. This. We'll go ahead and put that there so we can see. Nope, that all goes there. For Code Breaker. Remember to co-link, so middle zone with Appaloosa. You get to choose the chain of effects here. Remember, Twist Cobra was sent to the grave, and this is trying to summon out 0 Day from hand, deck, or grave. The bout that I usually do is I'll say chain link 1, chain link 2, so you search for Goki Rematch first, because if that gets stopped, it sucks, but you get more advantage off the Code Breaker engine. So you're going to get Rematch and Code Breaker. Code Breaker will be summoned to either side of Appaloosa. Remember, Appaloosa will lose 1,000 attack here for as long as it's on the field. And you're going to link these off for co-linking that. This will summon them both back. Again, 1,000 attack for each. Or 1,000 attack, not for each. Not for each. Just another 1,000 attack negate, so she'll go back up to her original attack and then drop back down. But you still will have at least 2 negates, even when this is on the field, so you're pretty much good. Instantly link these 2 off for Bardiche, which you want to summon on the side where this arrow is able to point to a monster, as well as Appaloosa. So you always want to usually summon it on the left side. Use effect. You're going to send that to set this. To set that anywhere in your spell or trap card zone. Here, I'll do this. Best I can do, I can't make my phone camera out as much as I'd like. Banish Boots, or sorry, not Boots, but Cloak, to add Boots, which is, again, 50 card deck, or 60 card deck, though it's less now. Okay, special summon, link these 2 off. Not for a link 4. You're going to link those 2 off for Union Carrier. You could put it either where, doesn't matter. Going to go ahead and banish Boots. Add a Fog Blade to hand. This is of course provided you ain't interrupted 1,000 times. I'm not saying this deck ain't a glass cannon, but if it goes off, it's pretty good. Okay. You're going to set it. Yeah. So you have 2 Fog Blades set, keep that in mind. You're going to activate Goki Rematch, which, remember, you have 2 monsters in your Pendulum Zone, 2 Fog Blades, 1 open spell and trap card zone, Goki Rematch. Obviously, it's going to summon back Twist Cobra, Guts, which you'll instantly link off for IP Masquerena. Keep in mind, you now have an open zone for your spell or trap card zones. First of all, let's go ahead and banish. Where the hell is my graveyard? There you are. Man, my graveyard got mixed up with my extra deck. Give me a sec. Yeah, okay. There we go. You're not going to have a way to get the Gokis back again. So, banish both of them. Add Divine Sword to hand. In case you go into Unicorn. Activate Union Carrier's effect. Do not forget to do that. Targeting Bardiche to equip Destruction Sword. He will gain 1,000 attacks, so it'll be 3,100. You'll have 4 negates from Apollousa. Or, sorry, yeah, 4 negates from Apollousa. You'll have no extra deck play from Destruction Sword. 2 Fog Blades. 2 Fog Blades. And a IP thing that can use Union Carrier on your opponent's turn to either go into Unicorn, Avermax for Unicorn for removal, Avermax for protection. Godly monster, hard to kill, and you can only attack it. Swordsmaster, if they try to evenly you, or Cerberus if they try to mass removal your monster zone with the spell trap. And of course, you have that to discard if you go into Unicorn, and you could co-link it with this to get a draw. So do keep that in mind. And you still have your Pendulum Skull set up. So should the field get taken out to a little bit of a degree, you can Pendulum Summon back some of your Ignites on the following turn. Go into other plays. You do still, have a Link Spider in there with an effect monster. Could allow you to go into Boral Sword with something. And one thing that most people don't know, or don't mention, is on your following turn, if you want to go off and kill your opponent, you can unquip this and special summon it. Of course, your opponent then can go into the extra deck on their following turn, but if you plan on killing them, it won't matter. So that right there could be considered the effect monster you need. This is pretty much the ultimate board. If going second, you'll probably try to go for an Avermax and a Boral Sword instead of this, but yeah. That's kind of like the ultimate combo. So if you like, please rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have suggestions, I'm willing to hear them. And as I said before, if you could find a replacement for this that I could put to the side that would be really, really good, be creative, that, in case this gets banned, which we know eventually it will, let me know down below. I thank you for watching. Please take care of your family and yourself during this troubling time. I hope everything's all right for you. If you need me to pray for you, please mention down below what you'd like me to pray for and a name. And until next time, peace out. Rock on.